day has ended, the night's still young, I'd say. Lover, don't go away. Let it be the thing that I am longing for. Let's fly out from Manhattan to the California shore, just to watch the ships at night on the San Francisco Bay. Oh, lover, please, please stay. Don't say you have to go. Don't say you need to run. I'll stop the clock on Central Station and we can have a drink downtown. Let it be the night that I am longing for. Let's fly down south to Austin or to Ecuador, just to drink pina colada on a hot, wet summer's day. Oh, lover, please, please stay.
I think we may have something. I don't know. Hang on, I just got to fix something. You talk to them for a second. I'll try and fix this.
How's it going? I was going to go put my computer away, but I'll wait. Hi.
All right,
we're back. Sorry about that. I wish I could tell you what happened. The internet. It blew up. Exploded. No, I have no idea. I honestly couldn't tell you.
All right, if you're here, you're in the chat. Let us know if you're seeing everything okay. If it seems to be working, I'm getting some really bad numbers. Like it's the feed is doing it's coming out of the computer, going the internet.
Yeah.
It's like it's flipping between doing it really well and then doing it really badly, doing it really well and doing it really badly. So we're probably, and when I started up the computer, the browser, which is how I usually check these things, I had a problem.
Oh.
So
if you're here, let us know.
But it looks like it's getting some really great numbers now.
I'm just gonna pop over here. Just get rid of this because I can't
so I'm just gonna quickly just do something here.
You do your thing.
Well, no, I need you here.
I'm coming right back. I'm literally putting my computer out.
You put your computer down. I need you here.
I'm doing that. Hi.
You can hear us. Everything is good that way. I'm just trying to see if this helps at all. I'm just gonna try and get in.
Amazing. Are we coming in like real time?
There's Joe, there's Maria, there we are. We have some people that
that's right, amis.
Going in.
On s'excuse.
And I'm going to just quickly do
I can take responsibility for a lot of things. The internet is definitely not one of them. So, so yeah. Thank you for your patience and your perseverance. You're all beautiful people. Hi. It's me, Elle Diabloe, and the Divine Danny D for Stir Crazy and Cassette.
There we are.
A little late, but here we are.
Let's make sure this
tonight.
Is
oh, I'm frozen.
It's a bit choppy.
It's choppy. Choppy.
As soon as I do something like that, it gets a bit choppy.
So yeah.
I don't know why. That's really weird. So we're just going to quick that. And then we're just going to go back. All right. Let me know. I'm looking at the numbers here. Theoretically, it should be all right now.
Who knows?
Flipping back and forth a bit. We'll just keep an eye on it. The downside is we can't watch.
Now it's even more choppy.
Huh? Now it's, yes, it will be. I just turned something on that I just turned off, so it would be more choppy, but it'll come back in a couple of seconds. So, empty that. So hopefully it's okay. We're just going to assume everything is great.
Everything's fine.
And we're going to keep going. My computer is freaking out. This might be just we've been doing Zoom meetings for a year. That's all right. Yeah, normally this has all been going through, but we've updated some stuff. I don't think this is having effect, but I will need to run some more tests that may be having an effect. But we have a beautiful new camera pointing at us.
Hello.
That's why we look so beautiful. Look how beautiful we look on there.
We look very nice.
It's nice.
The camera adds 10 pounds.
The camera adds it, but to me it only adds it in height.
Oh,
or
lucky you.
Penis girth.
I don't know how you drew that lucky card.
I know, it's weird. Well, I've seen it add
my
a bit of penis girth.
My girth is there.
Hi there, I'm the Divine Danny D.
And I am Elle Diabloe.
And hopefully you are seeing this and it's beautiful and it's gorgeous and you're loving it. This is the Divine.
I'm fine with it.
This is the Stir Crazy Sang cassette. We are based out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, where we are both. We're formerly before times we were burlesque performers. I was a host, a comedian, a producer, a writer.
I was also a host and a producer and a burlesque dancer and choreographer and teacher. And when we got locked inside, we decided we would come to you live any which way we could.
Any which way. And this is the way we decided.
Yep.
Normally it works beautifully.
Today
it all went tits
up.
up. Hey, boom, tits up. I put my drink down, which I probably shouldn't have. Maybe that was the mistake.
I think so.
The numbers are looking good now, so I'm kind of happy.
We've stabilized.
Is this seeming everybody? Let me know in the comments if this is working better for you guys, if it's relatively smooth, if the sound is good, if it's...
all of the things. All of the important
We're just trying to check it out. I did things a little bit differently. I tried to run a test earlier. I may have cocked the whole mess up. This may all be my fault. I'm going to assume it is, since I'm the person who sets up the whole show.
But nobody's laying blame.
I didn't say.
Why don't we just have a good rest of the show? And
fantastic! It is. Here comes the sun.
Yes, and I'm looking outside over there, and there is still sun, and
it's coming.
It's making me happy, and that's something I don't say often these days.
But this episode is not about the sun.
No, it's about the boodles.
It's about the boodles.
Boodles. I love the boodles.
Yeah.
That's Beatles for anyone who doesn't speak Diablese. But yeah.
Yeah. No, we're doing a whole episode devoted to the Beatles.
Indeed.
And I'm very excited about this because it's going to be a really good episode.
Now it is.
Well,
it was touch and go.
It was touch and go. Now it is. Now it's going to be
smooth sailing.
Fantastic. So I just wish it wasn't doing that. You see how it's 99 right there? Yeah. I don't like it. I like
100.
I know I want it to be 30 or 40.
Oh.
It's using how much of the CPU it's using. I don't like that it's using that much.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't know why it is. Sorry, numbers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 2.
That doesn't count anymore. No, today's it's going to be fun. It's all about the Beatles.
Yeah.
We've got some Beatles, all kinds of Beatles things happening.
Beatles things.
We got Beatles food.
Well.
We got Beatles drinks. Well, we got food that we made Beatles food.
Yes.
We got Beatles drinks. These are drinks that other people have made inspired by the Beatles that I'm going to share with you guys.
So funny. For once in my life, I didn't Google Beatles food ideas. I had a great idea, and then it was going to take way too long to do on the show.
Yeah. We were going to do...
I was going to do octopus tonight. I was going to do octopus's garden salad.
We couldn't catch any.
But no, it wasn't so much that. It was the...
what it was
the
for
cook
me.
time on it was just going to be too long. So... next season, or phase 2 of season 2, when we start adding some canned content to the channel, I will definitely go back and do the octopus because I was excited to do it. It was just going to run too long for the show.
No.
So instead,
we're doing... What are you doing tonight?
I am doing a recipe that I used to love to do before I joined TikTok, but I'm adding a TikTok spin to it. I'm doing my version of the TikTok feta pasta.
What you're calling what?
Fed it be. Fed it be.
Puns upon puns upon puns.
On puns. But yeah, this is something that I used to do cold as a cold salad kind of scenario, cold pasta salad. That when we saw it on TikTok, I was like, wait a minute, that kind of looks like blah blah. And so we're gonna do that. And you? What are you doing?
We're going to do 2 different drinks today. We are going to do the Yellow Submarine. And we are also going to do my take on the Strawberry Fields Champagne Cocktail.
Oh, tasty.
So we have a little bit of a champagne drink, but then we have a couple of twists that I've added to it to make it my own special version of it.
Oh, fabulous!
And remember how last week was seeing red. We had the camera that we could change it to red at any point.
Cam.
The red cam. I thought with Beatles we can't do a red cam. That doesn't make any sense. But I thought, you know, oh, I hit the, oops.
You hit the what now?
Well, there we go.
He hit the whoops.
I don't like the fact that it's not doing that. Oh, there we are. Hit the right button now. But I do like the fact that I've made it so we can do this now. Nope. No, we can't do that. I hit. Oh, come on.
Oh, no.
I hit the wrong button.
No.
It's because I didn't do this. There we are. Now we're in the right place.
Oh, hi.
There we are. But I can do it.
Diabloe.
I've done it so we can do this now. Look, Beatles and Blue Meanies.
Yay.
Who will save us from the Blue Meanies? It's the Yellow Submarine.
And
Blue Meanie. So that's
a joke that a very small percentage of people will understand, but if you get it.
That is entirely for Chef Duy-an, who is going to be back here on the show tonight.
Yay, Chef Duy-an!
Which I'll have to, because I had to restart the whole computer, we're going to have to reconnect to him.
We do.
On the Skype. And Joe has shared a Beatles playlist with everybody.
That is so
if you want to get a Beatles, some musical inspiration while you're listening to the show, while you're watching the show.
Shout out to formerly Sheepish, my bestie in Toronto, who is the best curator of playlists that ever did exist.
Yeah.
So thanks for tuning in, bud.
There we are. It's going to be excellent. I'm very excited. Shall we see if the people are still here?
Sure.
Check on the people. Hey, people. Hi, everybody. It's good to see you all here. Ooh, the light is right there.
Right in the camera. Here, hold on.
That's all right. It's okay. It's good. We don't mind that. I'm just gonna. Yeah.
There.
There you are. I don't know why I've always put it there, and I don't know why it's in the shot. Or maybe I've always been the shot, and I just never noticed.
Who knows? Maybe you're just hypersensitive.
Maybe I just did this. There we are.
There you go.
There, fixed it. We fixed the problem. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Let's just check in with everybody. Some people say it was a bit choppy. It's a bit more choppy.
I think it's better now.
I think...
I don't want to jinx it, but I think it is.
I think it is good for everybody. I'm looking at the numbers. The numbers look good. Hi, Audrey is here.
Ruby Rose is here.
Sean is here.
Mama Dirkson's here.
There we are. It's a good bunch of people here.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Merci pour votre patience.
It's quite nice that everybody is here.
Yes.
We are gonna. Hello, my mom is here. We're gonna.
Hello.
Joe's also shared a Beatles covers playlist.
That's an excellent playlist.
Yes, if you.
By the way, had I not mentioned that yet too.
I had Beatles covers when I was a kid. Sucked in them all the time. Playlist humor.
I think my mom used to tell the story that there was Beatles wallpaper, but they were really, really poor, so like they couldn't afford to do the whole wall. So my mother bought like a square of Beatles wallpaper, and it was like her most coveted thing.
Or she should have just made a tiny room. Just stuck her head in it, like Alice in Alice in Wonderland. Weirdly
You
enough.
can take it up with
Written
her.
by the Beatles. Well, welcome everybody. It's good that you're all here. Let's go back.
Yeah, we're running a bit behind, so you want to hop on making
a
drink?
Sure, we're gonna. Yeah, let's go over here and see what's going on. Hey, hi everybody. We're gonna bring this over. All right.
All righty, tidy.
There we go. We are gonna. While I go get everything, you just talk to everybody.
I will talk to everybody. Hi. How are you?
I like how when you have to say you're going to talk, you announce what you're asked to do. Can you go over there? I'm going over here now. Can you talk to everybody? I'm going to talk to people. I like that you announce it. It's kind of funny.
It's in case anybody is blind and watching the show, they know that this is what I'm going to do now.
If they're blind, they're not watching the show, first of all.
But maybe they're listening to it.
But that's a different thing. You didn't say that. You said watching.
Well, watching with their ears.
That's called listening, and you should never watch with your ears. Because if you can see through your ears...
You have a hole in your heads?
I'm fixing a hole where your brains leaked out. And now you hear what you see.
See?
It all worked. It all worked. We are going to be making... we're going to start off tonight with a lovely drink that I came across. We're going to start something called the Yellow Submarine.
Ingredients coming your way now.
Really, really a lovely, simple drink here. We are going, but it's a banana-based drink. There are very few banana-based drinks. And normally when I'm making banana-based drinks, I really like to have the really nice banana liqueur. But for this one, because I really want it to be yellow submarine colored, we are going to go with the Marie Brizard number 12, which is their banana flavor. It's still nice. It's still not a bad one, but it is less real banana flavoring and more that sort of banana popsicle. I thought it was banana marshmallows. So in this here, we want 3 different things. We have, just checking those, yes, that's right. This is a vodka-based drink. I think we're doing tonight is a bit of a vodka primary drink. So we are starting, we have a vodka. We are going to give that a little bit of a richer flavor with some white rum. We don't want to go a darker rum because we really want the yellow flavor to stand out. And the yellow flavor. The flavor, you know, when you hear
that you see with your tongue, right?
That's what I'm talking about. But we're gonna, and then we're going to give it a sweetness with a little bit of the banana liqueur, and finally we're going to garnish avec un pièce de banane.
Morceau.
You're like Sophie Morceau?
No, like a morceau de banane.
I know. What is a pièce de résistance then? Should that be morceau de résistance?
No, morceau would just be like a bite of resistance.
But a pièce is a piece.
But a pièce can also be in Quebec like a room or a piece of furniture. Like it's,
yeah, again, but does it still mean piece though?
Ask the French people. Don't ask me.
Well, you live here. They can't answer me right now.
They can answer. They can answer in the chat.
Well, I don't trust the chat because that could be anybody hijacking.
I don't know. I trust my friends.
You trust your friends to know? I'm asking you because you're the person who can respond to me.
I know.
Does pièce not mean piece?
Not really. Well, pièce de théâtre is a piece of theater. So, like, yeah, I guess it doesn't mean piece.
A pièce de résistance.
Pièce de is a piece of resistance, but like, I don't know. But
a pièce de banane.
No, a morceau de banane.
More or less.
Exactly.
All right, let's make a yellow submarine for everybody here. Well, you talk to the crowd.
I'm going to talk to the crowd.
I knew you were going to do that.
It's so funny because I grew up in Montreal. I think I said this last week. And like, I speak pretty okay French. But sometimes he asks me questions and I'm like, I don't really know the answer to that. And then he always says to me, you don't know the answer to tranche. But isn't tranche slice? Marie-Ève?
Tranche? Like a slice of
pizza? Un bout de banane?
Un bout de banane?
Bout de banane?
Like a bottle of banana?
No, a bout. Like an end. Like a bout. Un petit bout. A little bit.
All right, we're going to start off with 1.5 ounces of vodka. Because we're doing 2, we're doing a full 3 ounces of vodka.
See.
Boom. Normally I would go with the cheaper to the more expensive. This is all about the same. We're going to add to this 1/2 ounce of the white rum.
Bacardi.
Well, it could be Bacardi. It could be
any.
This is a Bacardi rum. There you could any white rum will do. Bacardi is just very easy to get around here. And finally, we're just
I can do that
double
again.
check. I believe it's 1/2 ounce of the banana.
It is 1/2 ounce of
I
banana.
knew it. See how good I am?
You're the goodest.
So 1 ounce, 1/2 ounce of the banana. There we go. Now we're going to fill that up with ice.
Tranche Pez. Okay, I'm a tranche Pez, okay?
Is that a piece of Pez?
No, Pez is thick, but also like thick.
And that's why they call me Mr. Pez. And well, let's do a little bit of shaking. There we go. With that done, we are going to take it. Really simple martini style drink, and we are going to, there we go, into our
Martunzi glasses?
into our martunes. I don't like somehow this. Sometimes I just don't like that. There
Pour,
we go.
pour taller.
All right, and we are just going to finally. It's all right. Stop panicking.
I can't help it. It's my worst auto reflex. It's the worst. My brother gets so mad every time I do that.
And we're just going to take. We're going to take some long slices of banana.
Banana.
And
Des tranches épaisses de banane. Des bouts de banane. Des morceaux de banane.
More so or less so. We'll go for another one there. Nice piece there.
Huh.
There we are.
DIY Muggle Guy says he switched the liqueured banane with a liqueur d'anis because of availability. I'm curious to know what that tastes like. This is very pretty. Less yellow than I expected.
Yeah, but it's the yellow submarine.
But it is the yellow submarine.
Oh, yeah.
And we can all live in it.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Banana.
I like banana liqueur.
Oh my God.
I never thought that banana liqueur would be one of those things that it's a really, like the other one that I really like that we get, the, well, I can't think of the name of it now, but whatever that one's called, I really love that one. And to me, that's a nice, I will just sip that, but it's like this perfect amount of that banana flavor. I think what it is, it's also the
vodka, like the vodka hits in this one because it's personally what I taste the most is the vodka.
Oh yeah, of course. You're gonna. It's a vodka drink.
Which is ironic because vodka really doesn't taste like anything. But
I think as soon as you add anything with really strong flavors, like in this case banana, you're really gonna get a pronounced banana flavor.
But like honestly, how many of you out there in TV land? The banana popsicle, like it really is my favorite popsicle.
I've never had a banana popsicle. I don't know what that is.
I don't know where to find them anymore. If anybody's got
Probably
hints.
in the freezer.
No, they don't. You used to get them at the dépanneur. I don't know if they still sell them at the dep. But the yellow banana popsicle is like, it's heaven. It's so good. And it's so fake flavored, but it's
yellow
so good.
Banana popsicle.
Yeah, banana popsicle.
That sounds good.
Banana.
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 All right. Well, there we are. That is our first Beatles themed drink tonight. This one is very nice. I like this. I could see myself, this is drinking this. This is a nice. I don't know why as an adult, I love banana stuff far more than I ever did as a kid.
That's very funny. I can also see you drinking it right now.
While we do that, why don't we ask a question?
We can ask a question.
We have it's so funny because I really didn't want to go to what I think people would expect to be the questions tonight.
Okay.
And I think the first question was, what's your favorite Beatles song? Didn't ask that song. I didn't want to ask that question.
Okay.
I thought it was too easy, and I thought people might prepare for it.
You want to shake it up a
I
little
want to shake it up. So the first question that we have for tonight is, what is the best Beatles song for COVID? We've all been stuck inside. We have all been trapped. If you had to wake up every day, and let's assume you go out maybe once a day, maybe, and for that, maybe it's like a half an hour walk you take. Maybe you go out, maybe you're like me, you physically go out maybe once or twice a week. And so you're home. Most of the time you are turning on the television, you're working a little bit on your computer. You may not be doing much of anything. What is the Beatles song that you could wake up every day and still hear? Or which one do you think best defines what COVID is?
See, I have two, of course.
Okay.
One of them is with a little help from my friends.
It's a very appropriate song.
Because,
I can see where you're doing that.
I think that works. There's some people who have definitely present company included, gotten me through the last couple of months of my life.
I can see what you're doing.
The other one is a general statement on humanity, and it's happiness is a warm gun.
Oh, Jiminy Crickets! That's
bang,
a
bang,
terrifying,
shoot.
Terrifying statement on things. That's what that is. Happiness is a warm gun. Really? Wow. Okay. I get what you say. I think for me,
that was darker than I intended. Sorry.
That's totally good. For me, I think that my go-to Beatles, and again, it's not my go-to Beatles song, but I think my Beatles song that defines what COVID is all about, because I basically have taken all of my energy and focused it on one thing. So I think that one Beatles song that defines how I see COVID is For the Benefit of Mr. Kite. There will be a show tonight on Trampoline. See, I know doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter. My whole computer has to be restarted.
But
there will be a show tonight.
Yep.
The Hendersons will all be there Thank you, Square. What a scene. I just think to me, and again, I think that, but isn't that what my life is generally all about anyways? But I think more or less for COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be just, I'm going to have to watch TV at some point. There'll be a show night. That show Maybe It's a Sin, which we watched last night.
Oh my gosh.
You ever watched It's a Sin on Prime? We watched it on Prime. Excellent series. Really, a mini-series. It's a 5-episode mini-series.
All right, we asked them a question, but before we get your answers, I'm going to pontificate for 2 seconds. I was thinking about It's a Sin all day today. We binge watched the entire thing last night. The way we treat each other as fellow human beings is terrible. It's terrible. The way we treat people who are different or other from us is terrible, and there is not a group. I mean, there's the reigning, dominating, patriarchal, whatever. But there's not a marginalized group somewhere on the planet that has not been horrifically neglected or abused by their fellow man, and that shit has to freaking stop. And that's all I have. I have a lot more to say, but it's got to stop.
It's a Sin is excellent. It's a really interesting,
beautiful.
If you haven't seen it, it's a British series set between 1981 and 1991 in London, and it follows 5 friends who are all big parts of the gay community, and it sort of follows the rise of the AIDS crisis.
And it's watch it.
And how it's less about the concept of AIDS, and it's more really about how it affected the people.
Anyway,
really brilliant.
Sorry, sidebar. Come back. What's the best Beatles song?
Beatles
for
song.
COVID?
Speaking of that, let's see what everybody else has to say. Ba-ba-ba-ba-dee-bow. Let me see. The Amazon link leads to the .com main page. Let it be. From Audrey.
Alter Skelter.
Alter Skelter. Hard Day's Night. That's how we'll go with that one. Come Together would be the worst choice. La la la. And Team is here. He'll be on the show later on tonight.
Hi, Auntie.
Fantastic. I want to hold your hand, but I can't.
Oh my God! Keep rewriting
Beatles songs
lyrics all night
for
if you
COVID.
want. That's hilarious.
That's funny. That's really like She Loves Me from a Distance. You can really add that to almost any of them. Through a window from a distance.
Yesterday, I went outside.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fun
Sergeant
game.
Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band won't be seen for about a year.
Oh my goodness! Wait, we have a mascot.
We do. Oh, we do have
for the show.
We have
Sergeant Peppermill.
Sergeant Peppermill.
Look how cute he is. Thank you.
Yes.
Formerly sheepish.
And in case you haven't said hi to him yet today, it's Mr. Ling.
Hi,
Mr. Ling. Hey, everybody. Hey, Mr. Ling. What do you look danger? Oh no, look, it's the Beatles, Mr. Ling. Oh, happens, what will we do about those? Oh, here comes the yellow submarine to save you. Luminaries. All of that is solely to amuse me, by the way. I have a lovely wife who doesn't really get why that is so funny to me.
No, I do. I do get it now that you explain it.
Oh, it's true. I did explain it. Now that I did explain it,
now that I get it, it's funny.
It's funny. You get that it's funny now. Also, like I said, we got the new camera in there, but I also took our old main camera
and used it as
and
the
it's
new.
now our old overhead. It's a beautiful new. Look at that! Look how gorgeous you are.
No, that was creepy. Sorry.
It's all right.
I couldn't even look at myself.
So we have the game. We're trying to step up the game. We're trying to adjust. The step up what Stir Crazy is all about. I'm really hoping that this isn't the cause of my problem, because if it is, I'll be really sad.
Well, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it all out.
Petit appetit.
How does it look?
Now,
does it look good to you guys?
new camera, very soon, new studio. Do you know it's
New
almost
studio.
a month today? We're going to be moving into a new studio.
We're 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away from our 1-year anniversary show.
Yep.
We started in 2 weeks. Will be 1 year since we started doing this show.
Holy shnikey!
And then 2 weeks after that will be our final show for the season.
Yep.
Till we start again in our brand new studios.
Woo! New studio.
Misty Portugal missed the question, but if it was her, no, it wasn't Misty. I made sure it wasn't that. One more time, just for Misty, just so she doesn't feel she was left out. The question is, what is the best Beatles song for
COVID?
Or rewrite a Beatles title
yeah.
with a COVID theme.
Well, that's Audrey's
game, but it worked very well, and I like that. So I wish I would have thought of that. What's the best Beatles? What did she say there? Oh my God, you sound so weird when you put the overhead camera. I put the overhead camera and it went weird. Okay, hang on a second. I'm just going to quickly. Oh, I see why. There we go. How's that? That should fix that now, Audrey.
Oh, I forgot to put my rings back on.
You
I
did?
knew something was wrong.
You want them?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'll get them later.
There we go. Also, just going to adjust that. I think that needs to be a little bit brighter.
That's cool. Also, can we just talk about something? I just stuck my hands in front of the camera. Does anybody have a Ninja blender at home? Anyone? Going once, going twice. We bought a Ninja because we brought
blender,
not like an actual Ninja, but we bought
you can't buy those.
The Ninja blender. Hi there. And I love this thing. I pureed so much soup in it this week. It's great, but I swear to God, can you go overhead for one sec?
Yeah.
Okay, I just need to show you. I don't know if you can tell. There's another one somewhere else. Just literally from accidentally touching the blade when I was washing it, it like ate my hand.
Yeah.
Be very careful with your blender.
With your blender. You gotta be very careful with it.
Like, I'm super excited that it ate through all the stuff I put in it, but I really don't need it eating my fingers when I wash it. So be careful. Yeah, the Ninja blender is crazy, but it also like wanted to eat my fingers. So.
Oh, excellent.
Not such a bonus.
Hello there. Foreigner Harvey. Oh, that's is it Diane?
It might be Diane.
Hello, I believe this is Diane. Hello, Diane.
If it is Diane,
hello,
Diane. If it's not Diane, hello.
All right. With that out of the way,
Yes.
You talking to people? I'm gonna quickly. Oh, shit, I gotta grab. Talk to people for a second.
So here's me talking to the people. But yeah, no, I love that. I love the blender. It's great, but like I couldn't believe it the other day. I'm washing, and all of a sudden I look down. I'm like, oh, I'm bleeding, and like not profusely, but on the knuckle. You know, you always bleed more because it's like you can't not fold your fingers. Anyway, disaster, but highly recommend at the same time because that makes sense. But yes, we're bearing with Danny D right now. I had other things to discuss with you. I can't remember what they were. See, this is not good entertainment. All right. I think also I'm really trying to beat Audrey at this game of rewriting Beatles songs for COVID, and like I'm having trouble focusing because somewhere back here, all of my brain space is like rewrite a better song. Because I'm not competitive at all. But yeah, what are you doing over there?
There's a good song.
Oh,
on the
it's
Skype
the Skype song.
There's
right outside our door. There's a little dog who just decided to pop onto our patio too. There's so much activity.
So many things happening.
But yeah. Oh, that's very intimate.
That is very intimate. All right, let's see. You're good to go?
He's been gone for a while.
Quick sound check there, sir. Oh, let's assume he's there.
Master Chef,
let's assume he's there. He's been away for a while, but he is back. For those of you who have never met him, he is the greatest chef that has ever chefed a chef thing. We were so lucky to get him and bring him onto the show when we started, and then as soon as he got here, he entirely let me down.
You always say that. I have not been let down.
I think you have no expectations.
Well, that's how you walk through life not disappointed.
I don't
genuinely not expect sweet FA from anything.
I expect the highest level of success from every person I meet, and if they don't give me that, I am disappointed with them as people.
I feel like I can kind of relate to that a little bit, but I'm going to pretend like I can't. And
no, you don't, because you only feel that way about yourself. I feel it about others.
That's also fair.
He's here tonight to provide some insight, to give us what's right about the things that he might do for you tonight.
It's Chef Duy-an! We're rapping on the show tonight.
Chef Duy-an.
Hello, hello.
How are you? There you are.
I cannot see you.
I don't want to.
There he is.
He magically appeared. Oh my goodness.
There you are. How are you, Chef Duy-an?
I'm good. How about you
Excellent.
guys?
We
It's been
haven't
a
seen
while.
you for a while.
Been a while.
I almost forgot what you look like.
Yeah.
But you look
Well,
exactly
like
the same as when we left.
Yeah, exactly. Wearing the same shirt.
Good.
So, how are you guys?
Good.
Excellent.
How you guys doing?
We're doing.
We're trying to make a show work, but
You
you know,
know.
it broke for a second. We fixed it.
Rolling.
That's good.
And you, what have you been doing?
Been studying kitchen, trying to improve.
Studying kitchen.
Bring more on kitchen. Yeah. Cooking.
The French call it cuisine.
Cuisine. Yes. Exactly.
What
I
they
train.
also call
I train under the French.
Also true.
Weird.
So what do you got for us tonight, Chef
Yep.
Duy-an?
I got quite a surprise. It's a traditional dish, actually.
From which family?
It's called a yellow submarine.
Wait a minute. One more time. One more time.
Is,
Jello submarine.
it's called a Jello submarine. So no link to your drink, but we might see each other in court. Anyway. All right. So fan, according to Dan.
No, he didn't say the Beatles were a punk band. He said John Lennon might have influenced punk. But
I'll start it again.
For everybody who had a problem with that statement, you're all wrong.
That's a lot
I
of
know.
people.
It's weird how many people can be so wrong at once.
All right. So to do the Jello submarine, it's quite simple. You're gonna need 2 cups of cold milk. There we go. Cup. I'm gonna take 2 cups. There we go. There we go.
it's a sexy pour, Chef Duy-an.
You made it work.
It
Pardon
was
me?
a sexy pour.
That was a sexy pour. Thank you. Last semester studying how to pour. I had good grades in this. So we're going to take the milk, put it in a big bowl.
Yep.
There we go. Then we're going to take our secret ingredient, which is Jello, lemon Jello pudding.
Lemon Jello.
Pudding, because it's. Go.
It's no. Tell her she's
All
fine.
right.
I like that Chef Duy-an decided to go with pudding for the Britishness.
But the British
Yeah.
people, the Beatles, British.
Anything
I
can be
mean,
pudding to the British.
exactly.
I'm a pudding
Actually,
to the British.
told that we're frozen or something
You're
like
lagging
that.
a
Are we
little
good?
bit, Chef Duy-an.
I'm lagging a little bit.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
Dan doesn't expect much more from you than that. So
Well,
Exactly.
I've
I'm
been
not
saying that for years, and finally everybody caught up.
Take the Jello,
Mm-hmm.
add it to our 2 cups of milk,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna whisk that shit.
whisk that shit.
That shit is
Exactly.
being whisked.
Yep, we whisk it for a solid 2 minutes. Am I still lagging?
Oh, you're gone a little bit. It's causing some issues. We'll figure it out.
I'm watching you whisk. I think you're doing a good solid job there. But what?
Should I whisk
It's
slower?
not about whether it's slower. It's just I just know for some reason it's getting out of here a little slow. Little slow coming out of the computer here.
Really? So the speed of my whisk is not interfering
No,
with
I think
No,
it's the
but
fact
we're
that
losing
more
you,
than
I
one
think,
computer, more than one computer is really for some reason at its limit. I don't know why today.
Okay, hold on, Chef Duy-an. We're coming back.
Oh no, just leave that. That face is brilliant.
Now you see, the more that thing is getting a bit more puddingy,
Nice.
all like that.
Pudding-ish.
Puddingy is a word that Chef Duy-an left us. He left us for a month to go learn culinary expertise, and
got pudding.
puddingy is the thing he came back to us with. Good job.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Hopefully you won't be.
Thank you, Chef.
We'll
Thank
see you
Chef
later.
Diane.
Bye, Chef Diane.
Bye. All right, are we back now?
We are back.
Our numbers are going back up.
Our numbers are going back up.
Numbers are going back up.
All right, there we
All
go.
right, we tried.
I quit Chef Diane.
You had to quit Chef Diane.
I
can't quit you, Chef Diane.
But we're a little slower than I want to be right now. So hopefully
right.
we'll come back in a minute.
Let us know, friends, what's happening.
It's dropping way off again.
I don't know. Oh my gosh. I find with this cocktail, the first couple of like sips were very vodka-y, but the bottom, le fond, il est vraiment banane. It's so banana and it's so good. Yeah. I'm running a little bit behind Sketchy here, so
Well, we started 20 minutes late.
Understood, but no. What I mean is, I'm gonna just grab a dish over here.
Yeah,
So
you
that
do
we can,
that.
like,
I'm gonna try and hopefully waiting for this to come back up. Oh,
All
we're
right.
slowly going back up.
Okie dokie.
There we go. There's some number. Oh, it was so close to almost
So
getting to what numbers I
close.
wanted it to be at.
So close.
Well, that's funny. Now you got me a video of me just staring at numbers. That it keeps getting up to the bare minimum of what I need it to be, and then it freaks out again. So I don't know what it is.
Can you guys hear us? Is stuff happening on your end?
Again,
I know it's going to take a while
it's
for
gonna
this
be
message
very
to get
laggy.
to you.
It's dropping way below what I need it to be. See that number?
Yeah, I see
That should
number.
be a minimum of 3,000.
All right, well, it's at 2,000.
Yeah, that means it's not 3,000 minimum.
I know, but it was 3,000 for a second and then it dropped back down.
Yeah, I know. So there's something I think I don't know what's going on.
There's a ghost in the machine?
There is.
Oh, wrong band. Sorry.
Oh man, I'm really not happy.
I'm sorry.
Because the whole thing about this is I don't know if people can really respond even in time to let us know if they can hear
Understood.
it. So we're gonna just keep plowing.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start just
You
chopping
can start
some. I'm
doing
just gonna
that.
chop some tomatoes. So if I'm going slow, that's okay. See, I have a bowl here of grape tomatoes, and I'm just halving them. That's cutting them in half. Je les coupe en moitié. Here we go. You don't need to do this step. I don't know if I should be talking to you, if you guys can even hear me or not. I might go back and re-explain this. So again, I know it's coming to you slow and choppy. So I'm just gonna kind of vamp for a second or two because I don't want to tell you this whole story 17 times. But yeah, in case you can't hear me, screw it. When I do my oven roasted tomatoes, which I do normally like once every, I'd say easily 2 weeks, whenever a big pint of, or not big pint, but a big container of grape or cherry tomatoes are on sale, I pick them up, bring them home, I wash them, I cut them in half, and I bang them in the oven with some garlic, some olive oil, some salt, some pepper, and some basil for like 40 minutes, and I roast them, and I just put them in a container, and then I just have them in the fridge all week. And why El Diablo, you might ask? Because
There you go. Numbers are coming right to
They're
a
good.
usual place.
they're good for pasta. They're good to put on sandwiches.
Here, let me bring it up here.
They're good just for eating. If you're doing like a charcuterie board, I like to do a little bit of roasted tomatoes. It becomes like a confit a little bit. So normally I roast these tomatoes, and you know,
We're back at our pudding.
that's that. But then I saw the TikTok feta pasta situation. And I was like, wait a minute, that looks a lot like the roasted tomatoes I do, but a little bit different. So if you don't feel like cutting your tomatoes up and you just want to put them in there whole, don't let me be the boss of you. You do what you got to do for you. It's a lot easier. Well, I mean, legit, I just cut all those tomatoes in a minute and a bit. So it's not like a hugely labor intensive thing to do. We got tomats. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a little glug of olive oil, just like this before I put the feta in. Mais pourquoi? Because I want my tomatoes to be olive oiled, and once the feta goes in the middle, I can pour a little bit, I'll drizzle, but I want these to be well coated. Similarly, I'm just going to wash my digits. Momento, por favor.
You wash your dishes.
I'm watching my
Should I
dishes.
bring the recipe up?
You can bring up the recipe. I wasn't really specific, guys, in the recipe this week because this is the kind of thing that, again, if you want to put it on a baking sheet and bang them in the oven at 400 for like half an hour, you can use a small thing of tomatoes. You can use the double wide thing of tomatoes. You can go to Costco and get the big bubba of tomatoes and do this. I just find it's really nice to have them in the fridge. Yesterday I made schnitzel, and today Dan and I took a baguette. We had some schnitzel. I put some of these on top with some cheese. They're just good to have in the frigo. Just comes out, you know. I'll put my extra salt in there. That was stupid. There's a lot of water in there. And I'm gonna, I don't know if, oh, he does. Sergeant Pepper does have pepper left in him. Bonus. Give those a little pepper. Voilà les tomates. Fini, honestly. Over here. I grabbed some feta. Now, please don't judge me. You can use whatever feta you want. I normally go to Adonis in Montreal because they have like 18 different kinds of feta. And I normally get myself like a triple cream feta because, come on, it tastes really good. Today, we just didn't have time for that. So I've got feta from the IGA, so the grocery store. It's cool. No big whoop-dee. I'm going to bang that in the middle. Do not salt your feta. Feta is extremely salty. So what we are going to do, I have some fresh basil over here. You guys can use whatever you want. Traditionally speaking, we would, if we were going Greek, we would go with more like oregano and whatever, but I like the basil in my tomatoes personally. And as I was saying at the beginning of the show, if you caught it, these tomatoes, I normally do in a cold orzo salad with feta as well, but I don't cook the feta. So if you're doing the tomatoes alone, def some basil. I've got a little bit of garlic over here. Badai. Put that in there. We don't want to go too big with the garlic because I don't want it to burn in the oven. Because you know how we feel about burnt garlic. It gets very bitter. The only other last thing I'm going to do is, second to last thing, rinse the digits. I just want to grab some chili flakes. Not too many. Give me 1 second. Coming right back at you.
It keeps trying to get better.
In Technicolor.
It keeps trying to get it better, and it keeps freaking out on me.
Oh, that's not what I was looking for.
So there, oh, no. See, it went really well, and oh, there it's trying to get better. Oh, there we go. I see numbers going, trying to consistently stay better.
I am going to put a tiny bit of olive oil on the feta. No salt, just olive oil. This is yummy and good for your heart. And like just a little bit, not too much, like some chili flakes. My oven has been preheating at 400 for a while. So we're gonna put this in the oven for half an hour. I'll probably take a peek at it in about 15 minutes. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Like it doesn't get really much easier than this, especially given that you didn't technically have to even cut the tomatoes. You could have just thrown them in their whole. Okay, so into the oven we go. Pardon your butt.
Nope, sorry.
Didn't want to get you pregnant from behind. And I'm going to just put it on for 15 so I can check it halfway through. Et le voilà.
Et voila.
Tellement facile, les amis.
Oh, really?
Also, because we're running a little bit behind schedule, I have a pot of water set on the stove. I'm going to turn that on now because we're making some orzo. Where is my orzo? I got this kind over here. I like this Del Verde pasta. Of all the pastas I can get at the grocery store, this one upsets me the least. It's made with spring water. But yeah, again, I didn't give anybody any kind of proportions. So if you're cooking alone for yourself, measure out an appropriate amount of orzo for you. If you want to make this and throw it in the fridge because it tastes good for like legit 3 days, make the whole package. C'est comme vous voulez. I'm not going to be bossy.
Yeah.
Just make some orzo, guys. So I'm going to turn the,
Here we are.
I don't feel the need to boil water on the hot plate, so you can watch me boil water. But if you need help or a pointer, feel free to put it in the chat.
All right. So I'm watching this happen. I know I'm watching these numbers. Sorry. I'm watching the number game while you do that. I know it's probably still a little bit choppy. It's really trying to come back. I don't know what's happening today. Today is one of those.
The last 2 days have been a bit Murphy's Law.
One of those computery days. So I wish it would be better, but it's not. Shall we? I think we should do that.
We should do the thing after spinach?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just do the thing after spinach.
Oh, okay. So we'll do that.
Yeah, I'm just going to put a top on this pot so that the water boils faster. And put a cell.
Okay, so you're putting some water in here.
Dan,
Yeah.
I just explained all of this.
I literally was hot.
Oh, okay.
Hold up, lady. Stop being Judgerson.
I'm not being a
You're
judgy
judging. I
Judgerson.
was going to go and say, oh, you're going to put the lid on. Put the lid off. Take the lid off. Take the lid off. Why don't we see what it's like? Oh, so you put some salt in there, did you?
I did,
And
indeed.
now we can put it back on.
And
There
hold on.
It's too late now. He's not there. We're over here.
Oh,
We're over here.
Mr. Ling's going to curse you.
No, of course my computer is not doing an update while I'm streaming. Thank you for asking, Mr. Obvious.
French me.
No, I don't know what it is.
French me.
What I'm getting, I think we're getting a consistently good stream though. We're back up and running normally. So,
in
and
case...
as I said that, it went all the way down again. So I'm going to ignore
Stop saying
what's
things.
happening.
Yeah, exactly.
And we are going to go and see what the lovely Butterscotch Blondie has to say about a Beatles Week show.
I like it. Let's do it.
So, if you weren't expecting it, it's here.
A sexy woman.
Eats food for 1 minute.
For 1 minute.
All right, everybody looks like they should be up. We are now at crazy fast speeds.
Crazy fast.
It looks like it's crazy fast. It makes me want to open things, but I know I probably
Don't
shouldn't touch
do it.
anything.
Don't touch a thing.
I gotta call Chef Duy-an later and say that
That's
caused
fine.
problems.
For now, you're good.
But it looks like it's going pretty good, guys.
All right, what I did while you were watching Butterscotch
While you were
Blondie,
watching Butterscotch.
I turned
She was
on.
lovely.
She
By
was
the way,
lovely.
you didn't even say anything about her.
Oh, yeah,
you
she was
completely
lovely.
just brushed past her.
I'm sorry because I'm trying to make up for time that we lost.
Well, we're not losing it. We'll still do 2 hours.
All
We
right.
don't lose any damn time.
All right, fine. Butterscotch Blondie is a super sexy human being,
Well, that doesn't seem genuine now.
but it's genuinely how I feel.
Oh, okay. But what you say it now more genuine though.
Butterscotch Blondie is a genuinely sexy human being.
More genuine.
Oh, shut up. So, I turned this on while y'all were watching Butterscotch Blondie because I forgot that we're making some spinach to go into this.
We're gonna put some spinach in there.
So, if you were watching last week, I'm just sauteing spinach the way I did last week, with one exception. Because we're going slightly more Mediterranean with this recipe, it's feta, it's orzo, tomatoes. Instead of using butter to saute my spinach, which I would normally use with white wine, if I was making like a cream spinach or like a side dish of spinach, I'm using olive oil.
Olive
Just
oil?
Plain old olive oil.
My favorite of all of the Popeye characters.
Mm-hmm. Can I have a wooden spoon, please?
Wooden spoon. That, ironically, least favorite. Wooden spoon. Papa, that's Olive Oil's cousin.
Yeah?
Yeah, wooden spoon.
Into this, I'm going to put like a little bit of garlic. Just un tout petit peu. We don't need tons.
It's a new setup. I think we got to get used to this new setup and figure out kind of maximize the.
Maybe we're gonna get in touch with some of you and be like, do you want to do a test run live stream on an afternoon so we can test all of our stuff? And if you want to be part of that, that would be great. Drop us a thing in the comments if you don't mind being a guinea pig for us. That would be great.
That's usually what I set the end for.
Also, too, but you know, we could get together. It's fun. I miss y'all. In this, I rinsed my spinach. As discussed last week, spinach cooks down in the most ridiculous way. My sel. On ajoute du sel, les amis. Un peu plus.
It's amazing how much spinach cooks.
But that's, yeah. So I'm keeping some here. Spinach also retains water, like a bloated lady's. So you want to, before you stick it in your pan, give it a little squeeze. Get that water out of there, especially if you're using frozen spinach. You could press that like over and over and over. I'm just not using.
Sous chef.
Thanks, Soup Chef.
Soup Chef.
Thank you, Soup Chef. So in this pan, all we got is spinach. We got garlic. We got some salt, some olive oil. I'm going to give it a little Sergeant Pepper. Now I'm going to turn it back up a little. The garlic was getting way too hot, way too fast. Don't burn your garlic.
Don't burn your
It's
garlic.
like when Danny D
That's my
says,
theme song.
but when Danny D says start with the least expensive ingredients first, it's the same deal. Like if your garlic is burnt, it will ruin everything that comes after that. So
there's a burnt garlic steak
it's
taste.
a bitter,
Want to
shitty,
say hi to
shitty
Margarita?
taste.
She just showed up.
Hola, Margarita. ¿Qué tal, amiga?
Hola.
¿Qué tal, linda?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is about where I want it for this pasta. It's wilted. It's super green.
Is that you worried when there's too much water in there?
Well, what I'm gonna do is I am gonna just
Yeah.
do this.
Get rid of some of that water.
Well, I was gonna do that, but knowing me, because we're on the internet, normally I can do this. Now it's gonna be bad, but took most of the liquid out. Le voila. This is done.
That's all you want.
That's all you want.
Just to wilt it.
It's a little wilted. We got some salt in here, some garlic, some olive oil. We're just gonna get this out of the way. Good
What
save.
fell? I want to grab whatever fell here. Oh, equipment.
Oh, just equipment. Whatever.
Oh, heaven! Just knocked our audio out. What did you do? I don't know how you did this.
I don't know how I did it either.
This was not.
Oh, we had lights. There were lights for a second.
No, I know it's flashing.
Oh, it's flashing.
I understand what's going on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear us?
Well, they can hear us through here.
Okay.
No, hang on.
Sorry.
There those are.
Oops. I don't know what I did. I'm
Well,
sorry.
I think both of our. There we are.
Batteries are dead.
Check your back.
Check my pack.
Check your pack.
I'm gonna check my pack in a second.
Let me get your pack. Hang on. Why am I on? I should not be on.
Very strange. There's
there we
ghosts
are.
in the machine tonight, friends.
There we are. Now you should. Are you on?
My battery's dead.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, hold on. One moment, please. No.
Nope, your battery's dying.
Yep, my battery is. No, it's not.
How much is in
I
there?
got 2 bars.
Give it 2 seconds.
I got 2 bars. All right. Hi. Sorry about that. Disaster averted. I don't know what's up with the last 2 days. Is someone who's into like astrology and shit. Is Mercury in retrograde? I know that normally screws people up. So yeah. Delicious. That's a meal. Sometimes I make mashed potatoes and just spinach on the side, and it's like, it's so good. You could just eat that. Even if you make the roasted tomatoes, throw that on top. Super good. Taking a little look-see in here. I'm going to grab the fly cam in a second. I think I accidentally turned the timer off because that's a thing that I would do tonight. So I'm going to...
Everything is going, it's falling apart.
It's all gone Pete Tong, friends. But if you could just grab the camera.
Hang on, there's some stuff.
Camera.
While that's doing that, I'll grab the fly cam. We're fly camming it into the oven.
Okay, careful.
Go,
it's going to get super,
go.
super steamy. That's what we're looking at here. Things are starting to happen. I'm not like super overly thrilled. It needs way more time, but that's what's going on, friends. There you go. I just banged it up there for another...
You banged it up there.
15.
All right. How are you doing?
How am I doing?
I just want to check. Let me just check your butt out here. Yeah, you're dying soon. For some reason, I think the
everything is...
all of the batteries just died on me.
Everything is awesome.
But that's okay. I
It
have a back. That's why I have a backup mic.
I know. See? We got this.
I will always.
He got this.
I will get it, but I will freak out while I'm doing it.
It's okay. And I'll just...
I'm a very calm human being, and this is the only thing that will make me not calm.
It's actually very true. Other than me. Sometimes I will make you not calm.
Well, that's fair, too. It's just, sometimes it's your fault. I think that'll fix it. There we are. We'll just take that off.
Is that good?
Yeah, I think we're fine
All
there.
right.
You're
Look
good
at
now.
that. Look at that. Rolling with the punches.
Rolling with my homies?
Rolling with my homies. Boiling some water. We got spinach done. Our tomatoes are in the oven with the feta, olive oil, and stuff.
You stall them for 2 seconds.
That's almost boiling. Les amis, la vie est belle. Oui? Like, shit goes wrong, but we have to learn to just do. Because that's life. It's ridiculous to believe it's going to be smooth sailing all the time. This is your philosophical moment with El Diablo, by the way. Ridiculous to believe that it's going to go smoothly all the time. So, we adjust, we adapt.
We haven't figured out.
We haven't figured out.
Wow.
And, and yeah.
Hey, we're not bad. We're not bad for time.
Adjusting, adapting, rolling.
Speaking of adjusting, adapting, we have a new musical artist.
I'm
who's
so
never
excited.
been on this show before. It's how do I... The Beatles wrote a lot of songs that were sort of stories. Like Rocky Raccoon.
Sexy Rita Meter Maid?
Sexy Rita Meter Maid. Even Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. A lot of story songs. And because of algorithms and things, it's very hard to get people to do Beatles covers. So this person had a beautiful story song that needed to be told. And we've never had them on the show. We've never had a cellist on the show.
It's very true.
So this is not only a brilliant musician, but a brilliant cellist.
Also just a brilliant human being who
Lovely.
warms my heart and I miss tremendously.
Yes.
Tremendously.
So,
without further dudes, because who needs those?
the beautiful music of Auntie Miller.
Auntie Miller!
And the story
Of?
Cake Farts.
Good evening, everyone. My name is NTM, and I would like to share with you one of my very, very favorite songs, written by an excellent singer-songwriter and comedian, Rachel Bloom, which explores the cultural artifact of the year 2006, Cake Farts. For those of you who are not familiar, Cake Farts is a film which starts off with a beautiful homemade chocolate cake, and a woman clad in a lavender camisole but nude from the waist down, and she comes on screen and she says, "You know what I like the most? Cake farts. Let's get this done." She takes down her hair, squats on the cake, and for 1 minute and 43 some odd seconds farts into it, which begs a number of questions, including but not limited to, what the fuck? Who is she? What is she doing? What's her story? And so Rachel Bloom wrote this song that I have arranged for cello and voice. It's called The Story of Cake Farts. When When I was a little girl, they sat us down in school and said, kids, what do you want to be? Billy said, a doctor. Miranda said, a judge. And then they came to me. They said, don't be shy, this is America, the land where dreams turn real. It doesn't matter what job you want, just as long as it's true to what you feel. So I said, I want to spread my ass cheeks and fart on a cake. And I want to do it on film. I want to spread my ass cheeks and fart on a cake. And I want to do it on film. Well, they sent me to a special school, so I forgot my dream. Until my 11th birthday party. My mother cut the cake because they wouldn't give me knives. And then I saw the camera held by my grandpa, Artie. My mother said, oh, God, don't you dare fart on that cake. Relax, Mom, I'm just blowing out the candles. Jeez. Have some faith. And then I spread my ass cheeks and farted on that cake. And my grandpa got it on film. And then he threw up on himself. I spelled out dreams with my poop as I farted on that cake. But then my parents burned that film. Well, I went to McGill, landed a pretty good job, and kept far away from all things frosted. Then I met a guy in a bar, a director, down on his luck, and he said, I want to make a hit internet video, but all good ideas have been exhausted. So I said, what if I spread my ass cheeks and farted on a cake? And he said, yeah, sure, yeah, okay, yeah, that'll do it. So we went to Gelson's and we bought a chocolate cake. And well, we made a video. And it's called Cake Farts. And it features me farting on a cake with the camera close up on my asshole. And it became an internet sensation. Why? Because cake farts, it's not about cakes, and it's not about farts. It's about dreams. You know, we all have that cake we want to fart into, and we all have someone telling us not to fart into that cake. And who knows, maybe your dream isn't farting into a cake. Maybe your dream is sneezing on a salad, or wiping your period blood on a bagel, or, I don't know, maybe your dreams have nothing to do with the combinations of food and bodily functions. I don't know, dreams are fucking weird like that. But, you know, if there's one thing I need you to remember from my story, it's... we can all spread our ass cheeks and fart on our cakes. Be they literal cakes or figurative cakes. Because this is America, the land where dreams turn real. It doesn't matter what job you want, just as long as you fart on your cakes. And do it on film.
Hey, I'm Team Miller. I love that song. It's
Now
so
I
weird.
just want to spread my ass cheeks and fart on a cake.
Don't if you don't want to spread your ass, you can fart on a cake.
What's
right now.
wrong with you?
I feel bad for you.
Oh my God.
It's he makes they makes incredible songs. That again is a Rachel Bloom song that he arranged. It was brilliant. But there's a few that N-Team does that are their own that are amazing.
But what I love juxtaposition, and what I love about that is one talented musician.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to block out all the lyrics of the song or not pay attention, I was watching the fingering work, and of course I was, but and just the sheer artistic talent.
Yeah.
And then so you take like someone who's classically trained, and then you throw this ridiculous lyric situation on it. Like, I just loved it. Thank you so much, on team.
I'm Team Miller.
Check them out.
Have them back on the show sometime very, very soon.
Yeah,
For some
you're gonna.
songs I want to make. You're gonna make my take on the strawberry fields. There's a few different.
I'm gonna go to the strawberry
Sure,
fields
you
for
go,
one second.
go do that. So there's a lot of different variations. This is the champagne cocktail version, or in this case, a cava cocktail version. But I think very, very, very interesting. There's a few key things that I wanted to do with this one that were a little bit different. The first thing I wanted to do was my own infused. This is strawberry infused vodka. So this is vodka that I had just. I took about half a bottle of vodka, 3/4 of a bottle of vodka, put it into here with into a receptacle that was much larger, with about probably about a good 8 to 10 strawberries that I sliced up and put them in there and let them sit for about 2 days.
Those were some boozy strawberries.
Yeah, they
out.
become a filter. So like it was great was when you pull them out, they're white.
Yeah.
They're completely white. So because they're being the filter. Everything, all the impurities of the vodka are going into the strawberries. It feels like, though there's still some.
Well, that's the.
And so we get this beautiful strawberry vodka. It's not like it's a sweet vodka. It's still vodka.
Oh, it's vodka.
It's vodka, but
with the strawberry
it's
flavor.
got a hint of the strawberryness about it.
Like when you get the strawberry Perrier.
Yeah.
It's got a hint.
Yeah. The other thing that this required was they were saying strawberry syrup. I went and made my own strawberry puree. Puree?
You made a puree?
It's a strawberry puree.
Strawberry puree.
Different guy, wrong guy.
I know, but still.
Strawberry puree. This is just about another dozen strawberries, chopped up, put into a blender or to a food processor, and then I ran this through a strainer as well, because what I wanted to do is I wanted to get the seeds out. So I ran this through a fine mesh strainer as well, with a spatula, and got as close to just a pure liquid strawberry as I could. But it wasn't, because strawberries are not in season. This recipe will really vary on what season the strawberries are. So if strawberries in season, you probably don't need anything else. But since our strawberries weren't quite perfectly
Sugary.
I add a little bit of just simple syrup.
Ruby Rose is asking if it's bubbly. It is. It's not
Cava.
champagne,
It's cava.
but it's cava.
So cava. So it's Italian champagne, essentially.
Oh, I was going to say Italian.
Sparkling wine.
Asti. Yeah, exactly.
So why do you have to come up with a different word?
What's the word? Because it's not champagne. It's
Prosecco.
Prosecco. Thank you.
Yeah, Italian Prosecco.
Italian Prosecco
Well,
is-
Prosecco is
the Italian.
sorry, cava
version.
is Spanish.
Is
Cava
it
Spanish. I always get that confused. Cava is Spanish, and yeah, cava is Spanish.
Prosecco is
Prosecco
Italian.
is Italian, and then sparkling wine, champagne.
Yeah, well, champagne has to come from
is from a specific area in France. All of them are sparkling wines.
Yes.
So this is all different. This is a type of sparkling wine. This is a cava specifically. And then to round out the flavor, we've got a little bit of citrus with some dry curacao. So if you could please bring up my recipes.
Absolutely will do that. Recipes. Strawberry fields.
So in this,
forever.
we are gonna. You didn't click in there.
I did do it, Dan. Don't tell me what I didn't do.
Click in there.
Hi, I hate it when Dan tells me what I didn't do.
Well, if you do it right, then I wouldn't have to. There we are. All right. So I'm just going through here. Yeah, we are. So in this, we are going to do, and I'm sorry, I keep pulling this out like I'm going to make it in here. Actually, I'm going to make, we're going to make these right in here. We're going to make them right in their glasses, and I thought it'd be kind of cool. We're going to do them in
Les Mason jar?
La Mason jar. Can you do me a giant favor,
Oui.
please? Can you go grab me the stirring, the
the
thinking
bar
spoon?
The thinking spoon?
The thinking spoon. So, first things first. We're just going to go through this. This is 1.5 ounces of
that's
our
sad.
strawberry vodka.
Oh.
Oh.
Found those on my journey.
1.5 ounces of our strawberry vodka. And could you also, once you've done that, grab me the ice, please?
Yes.
So, 1.5 ounces of strawberry vodka. Or strawberry infused. I'm going to say strawberry infused vodka. I don't want this to get confused with like a Smirnoff sweet
Here you go.
fruity,
Chick
sugar
vodka.
vodka. This is just vodka that has been sitting in, strawberries that have been sitting in vodka for a couple of days.
My sister's here. Hi, Steph.
And also, now to this, we're going to add 2 ounces of our, where did I put it? There we are. 2 ounces of our puree.
Would you like the recipe again, or you good?
You just tell me how much the curacao I need.
I can do that. You need 1 ounce of orange liqueur.
There we are.
I'm just gonna check.
Yeah, I'm using curacao. Any orange liqueur will do. If you like a little sweeter, you might want to use like something that is a little bit of a sweeter flavor. So there we are. So in this case, I'm using the curacao. We're going to use 1 ounce of that.
We've been to Curacao. Not you and I.
I haven't been to curacao. Was it dry?
I
Was
know.
it orange flavored?
It was. Some of it was orange flavored.
With the oranges?
I swam with sharks in Curacao.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Now that we have that in there, I am just going to quickly give that a little bit of a mix together.
A petit stir?
A petit stir.
Is this a drink that you're going to want me to get some straws for, or are we drinking it wide
if you
mouth?
want. You can drink it into your mouth hole.
I'm going to get us some straw just in case.
All right, we're going to just now fill this glass up with the ice. Just filling our glass up with ice.
Oh, why do we have 2 different sizes?
That's
That's
why.
weird. I didn't know we had those.
We don't have 2 different sizes.
Yeah, we do. We fully do.
How do we have to?
I
I
have
only
no
bought
idea.
one size, so that's why.
I know, but one's ovally. That one's different.
Oh, it's one that is different.
I know, it's very strange.
All right, well, that's fine. All right, so we have that. Now, we are going to the final bit in this is we're just going to, there we are. We're going to top this off with our cava.
This is one of my favorite noises in the whole wide world.
Oh, you know what mine is?
What?
No!
Oh, I thought it was you were gonna say cake farts.
No, the sound, I like the smell and taste.
Of cake farts?
Delicious. But for noises, just that.
I love this noise. This noise never happens when sad thing. No one ever makes this noise and then a sad thing
We
happens.
should start making this at funerals.
No, that's why I like this noise, because it doesn't happen at funerals. This is
But I
a
think
very
maybe we make
happy
funerals
noise.
happier.
Oh, have you been to an Irish week?
Yeah, I have. All right.
Ooh.
There we go.
Effervescence. I'm just
There
gonna
we
go overhead for a second because
We're going to go
effervescence. Check
tap
that out.
that up.
That's a
There we
sexy
are.
mason jar, friends. Gonna go back to the main cam. Giddy up.
There we go. Lovely. Now, so that's done. Just going to take that, put that over here for a second. The last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take that. Let's see if I can do this. I learned this one earlier.
The little Russian lady with her, oh, right
there we
behind
go.
her.
Let's see where it is. Let's see if we can do this.
It's art. Fruit art. Actually, I used to work at the Holiday Inn in Chinatown for like 4 years. What people can do with fruit and vegetables in terms of carving, it never ceases to amaze me. Ever. Maybe I don't live such an exciting life. But like, you know, or when you go on a cruise. Has anyone ever been on a cruise and like they have their like breakfast dessert thing or like, or their breakfast dessert, their breakfast buffet or their dessert buffet, and there's these huge carved sculptures made out of like watermelons and stuff. No? I don't know. Peut-être je suis toute seule. According to my sister, her voice is one of your favorite sounds. Are you making a rose?
I was trying to. That is not a good rose. We're gonna do this
We're
one.
just gonna put a slice.
We're gonna
of
make a
strawberry
nice
in there,
fan. We're
and,
gonna make a nice fan. That's a, I thought that would work for a second, but I was wrong. I had a lot more confidence in my strawberry fan making ability. But I will, or strawberry rose making ability. But we will just go that, and we'll just go. Bang.
Oops, I'm just gonna grab this because I'm gonna cook some orzo while Danny D is doing this.
And there we are. There we go. Oh, that was. There we are. Here you go, love. Take that.
Give me 1 second, my love.
You do that. I'm
Because
just going to do one more strawberry.
my feta is beeping, and we're gonna take this out now, friends.
You do that. I'm going to just quickly make another strawberry fan.
And this orzo has to cook. The package tells me 8 minutes. So, as soon as Danny D is done, I'm going to show you what the feta looks like.
There we go with that. Then we take that out. And there we go. Where's it go?
Oh, strawberry fan.
Strawberry fan in there.
That's my biggest
There you
fan.
go.
Thank
This
you.
is the Strawberry Fields.
Look what a pretty summer cocktail that is,
Beautiful.
friends.
It's great.
Also, if
Oh yeah. Mmm.
you can get these on Amazon, it's a spoon that is also a straw.
Mhm.
So for cocktails, especially stuff with
Oh,
puree,
yes, at the bottom where you want
that
the
where your
puree.
puree is going to settle at the bottom, these are really, really good to have. They're not expensive.
No.
I would highly recommend if you,
Oh yeah, that's
especially if you like to drink out of mason jars, get these
Mm,
little
these are really
metal
good.
straw dudes.
It's really good.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a yummy. Oh yeah,
That's lovely.
that could also
The
be
only
like.
problem with that is like that was like almost 10 strawberries.
But it's the kind of thing that like strawberries will be in season soon, and Quebec strawberries are so good, and you can get the les gros pots like at Marché Jean Talon or wherever. So in the summer, that's a good thing to
it's a
like
great one to
make
make
a
in
lot
summer.
of, and then like once your puree is done, it'll last. It doesn't last infinitely. It's still fresh food.
Mm-hmm.
Little note about that. Fresh food, guys, prepared food that you pick up that has not got 17,000 chemicals in it and whatever, should stay in your fridge 3 to 5 days. Certain things 7 to 8 days, but more than that, if it's not coming out of a commercial kitchen, and it's fresh, you wanna eat / drink / make use of it like sooner than later. Because that's the bonus with eating fresh, is that it's not full of chemical, but it's the downside of eating fresh. You'll notice that if you buy like a Weston or whatever bread, it will last you for like 3.5 to 4 weeks without going moldy, versus if you buy a baguette, that shit is hard or unusable 2 days later.
Can I also say too, one of the
yeah.
things I love about this kind of thing, totally changing the subject so I can finish what I'm saying, especially for the summer coming up, or even
I'm sliding away. Keep
if
talking,
you're,
tell the
well,
people.
I'm talking to you,
Well,
so and
talk
then
to
it's,
the people. Sorry, talk to the people. You do that to me all the time.
Yeah, but it's weirder when you're standing literally right. I can see you. I feel like I want to talk to you. I am the kind of like that's why when I want to talk to somebody. No, but if it's the summer, and especially this now that you're here, it just seems to be now. Go away. I don't need you here. I can do it. Thank you. Here, do me a favor. You can make yourself useful. Put that down. With the summer coming up, and especially the summer where you find you might be still, at least for part of it, or the late spring portion of it, assuming that we do get some vaccinations soon, where we're still stuck in for a little bit of it, I think that, no, you can come back for it. That I think this is a good one. This should be the summer of the champagne cocktail. The champagne cocktail is one of the best little treats, especially because Cava, Prosecco, they're not expensive.
$12 a bottle, friends.
And you get and since you're mixing it with a spirit and some fruit and stuff, you get it's such a beautiful thing. I want this is gonna be the summer of the champagne cocktail.
Who's in?
I will make for the show some. I'll make champagne cocktails as a regular portion. Maybe even for during the summer, one of the cocktails will always be a champagne cocktail.
I love it. I'm all for it. Plus, those tiny bubbles turn even me, into a cheap drunk, because there's only so many. They go right to your head. I love it. If you don't feel like I can drink easily. This is not a pride thing, and it's not a competition, but I can easily put back like a liter of wine if I'm on a full stomach. Champagne, not so much.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it's an expensive venture. Ooh, champagne cocktails. But again, a decent
cheap.
bottle of Cava. You don't need to buy the top quality thing because you're mixing it with other things. So you can get a bottle of Cava for like $11 to $14. The vodka, we're now going to have that vodka like.
Well, that vodka will last for a while.
That vodka will last for a while. And again, it wasn't premium vodka. What did you buy to make this? Oh, you bought iceberg?
I bought some iceberg. And again, if you don't drink a lot of vodka, or if you never know sometimes where to start, and I know you really love the Tito's, and I like Tito's. It's a good vodka, but
it's expensive.
It's not expensive. But
Compared
again,
to
what's
Absolute.
nice about if you haven't had iceberg is a Canadian company. They have won awards, many, many awards for it. It is
Yeah.
a really nice,
It's very clean tasting.
very nice, fresh, clean, tasting vodka. I love it. And in comparison to your Grey Gooses and whatever, which it has won the same awards that the Grey Gooses and the Kettle Ones have done. And it is about, 2/3 the price.
I'm funny about my vodka, and like, because I like to drink it straight, it has to taste a certain way. When it's being infused, I'm not as bothered. Like, when I used to work in a bar in England, we used to infuse Absolute because you're not necessarily, the taste is going to change.
Yeah.
Versus if you're drinking it straight on the rocks, you want something clean tasting, like an iceberg.
I don't know why none of my batteries are working.
Kettle is also another really great one. Some people like Russian Standard. I'm not such a Russian Standard fan. But yeah, you don't need to buy super expensive booze
I'm relying on this microphone
to feel super fancy. And who doesn't want to feel fancy? And I don't care if you're a penis owner, you still want to feel fancy. So, like, this is a good way to do it.
Well, that's a weird way to judge it.
Well, because
I think, honestly, in all
because
fairness,
when I say fancy,
in
it
all
sounds
fairness, you didn't let me finish that sentence. A little bit sexist.
probably
So let's not do that.
working on it.
Okay.
Didn't mean to insult anyone.
All right.
Iceberg, yes.
All right.
Yes.
What
If
are we
you were
doing
on the
now?
Titanic, iceberg.
we at?
No,
Where are we at?
no.
Now, it says we want to go back to Chef Duy-an. Now, I'm worried that if we go back to Chef Duy-an,
We're gonna screw the pooch.
it's going to kill the whole feed
I
again
do
right
want to see though what chefs.
now. I know. So,
making.
I'm going to ask for a thumbs up from people. If you want to go back knowing that the stream may go down, or would you like to just keep going with us? Put it in the comments. We're going to go to the question next.
Yeah, we're gonna go to a question. Let us know if you wanna risk it
You
with
want to
Chef
go back,
Duy-an.
and it may hold together. I don't know. It may not.
Qui le sait? Pas moi, c'est sûr.
Let me know in the chat if you want to take the risk.
Oh, Crystal Harrison is down with the summer of the champagne cocktail.
Yeah, I love the idea of the summer of the champagne cocktail. I think it's a great idea. So let's go to question number 2. We know we can do that.
In about 38 seconds, I'm gonna strain some orzo. Just letting you know.
All right, question number 2 tonight. What song of the Beatles is really about you?
She's leaving home.
She's leaving home. Wow, that's being your husband. That's a
No.
sad thing to know.
No,
Well, I live at home with you.
but let's think about the song. And honestly, that is so telling because I have
Really? At
never
40?
answered a question so quickly on all of the questions that we've ever had in almost a year. I oscillate between at least 3 to 5 different answers. She's leaving home is my flat out, not even a question, absolutely written about me.
So why is that? I want to know the reason. I want to know why you say that.
Because I identify with a lot of the lyrics in the song. And
Right.
yes, even at over 40 years old, it doesn't matter when something marks you in your life or you go through things in your life. I think it doesn't necessarily matter what age you are now to say that I relate to this song. I think when I first really got into the Beatles, shout out to my friend Rachel Birnbaum, who was the biggest Beatles, other than my mother, the biggest Beatles influence in my life. And we were probably about 13, 14 at the time. And I think I identified so much in my like formative Beatles education wow, I so relate to the song. So yeah, hands down, if there's a Beatles song that's written about me, other than I Am the Walrus, it is She's Leaving Home. Absolutely.
Really?
You?
Okay, cool. I think
benefit of this.
I think that the song that I would say is really about me is A Day in the Life.
Oh, what a great song.
Just simply because I think I've always wanted I wanted that song to be my life. The things that person does in the song.
You wanted to wake up, get out of bed.
Yeah. We all know the song.
Some people don't.
But to me, part of it is also going into the recording studio. Like it's all about creating, and it's about a person whose job it's the mundanity.
Mundanity?
Oh, mundanity.
Mundanity?
Being
Well,
a
if
man.
it's you with a guy named Dan, you're mundanity. Yeah.
Thanks for taking my joke.
You're welcome. I'm just going to take my oars off.
the mundanity of getting up out of bed and just having some breakfast to going into a studio and recording music is sort of on par of being the same.
Careful for 1 second. But okay, but how do you relate all of the other portion of that song, all of the I read the news today, along with that?
But what is that about? That is literally about somebody who's doing these things, but is on the equivalent of being on their phone.
Interesting interpretation of that song. I don't know that I would have agreed with that.
They're reading the newspaper. They're looking, or while they're doing this,
all of this other shit is happening.
All this other stuff is happening in the world around them that affects and doesn't affect them. I think one of the things that's really interesting in that song is the fact that out of this song that somebody shoots up St. Prince Albert Hall, the takeaway is now we know how many holes it takes to fill the Albert Hall. And I think it's the most...
Shit.
What?
I forgot to keep my pasta water. I always forget. All right, that's fine. Sorry.
Focus.
I was trying to, but I thought I was making the salad, not the pasta, and I dumped the pasta water. Don't dump your pasta water.
But I think that what's really interesting is that there's this weird takeaway that is just the most, Now it's 5,000 holes in Blackburn, Lancashire.
It's 5,000 holes in Blackburn, Lancashire, but though the holes were rather small, they had to count them all.
Yeah, I think it's a funny thing. How about you? What song is really about you? Let's find out what people have to say. Does anybody have
Nobody's
anything?
answered this.
Nobody's ever answered it. Wash hands, wash hands, wash hands.
Are you telling us to wash our hands? I'm confused.
I don't know what that is.
Nobody has answered this question.
Audrey said yesterday and don't let me down.
Okay.
Yesterday, don't let me down yesterday. There's a very not only is it a very specific command, it's a time frame as well.
But also, don't let me down.
A time frame that you will automatically fail.
But you can't help it.
Don't let me down yesterday. Misty.
Audrey, Don't Let Me Down is one of my favorite Beatles songs.
First thought is Yellow Submarine, but I think it's Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds because I live in my own world that is sort of real life, but basically my own version of real life.
I love you, Misty Portugal, and Audrey. I love you
also,
all. Also,
she is regularly on LSD.
No, she's not. Just part-time.
That's part-time?
Part-time LSD.
I think if you're on like 95% of the time, that's still part-time.
I don't know what Stephanie Feldman means by I don't, but pick a Beatles song, sister. Don't let me down. Also, in my life, in my Eleanor Rigby
from Margarita, that's a good one. It's a hard.
You know what is interesting about the Beatles and why I love the Beatles. I grew up.
She was going to say she doesn't want us to go to Chef Duy-an.
Oh. Okay.
Nobody's actually said if we want to go to Chef Duy-an. So
Steffi did. She doesn't want it.
So Stephanie's decided for the group. That
happens a lot. That actually happens a lot. But
Chef Duy-an, we will come back to you next time. You're going to have to make it and bring it.
Or take a picture.
Take a picture.
Take some, please. Audrey Ivory, please tell Chef Duy-an to take a picture of the final product, and
Chef Duy-an can hear this.
In case he's left us alone and gone to do a class or something.
Chef Duy-an, if you can just put a picture up on the Stir Crazy Facebook page, tag us in it, and we can see what you did. In the meantime,
can you see the Twitch comments? I don't think we can.
No.
Does that should
I? Hang on, wait. Let me see. We can because it's Ken from Twitch.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yes, we can see the Twitch comments.
Well, we could see you. I don't know.
I see Misty's. We commented on Misty's comment.
Yeah.
She hasn't heard us yet because there's a.
Because there's a delay. Yeah.
So you're fine.
You're fine.
But I know I'm fine.
Oh,
that's really hot in my butt.
Careful.
Does that still need to be on?
Nope.
All right. Let's see where we are.
Song, I think not. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
All right.
Don't let me down by myself. Yep.
There we go. Everybody feels let down. Don't let me down is a really that's a
generational statement.
No, I think it's angry. I think it's an angry song. Like this is like don't let the other one that has always been about me, really, because it's about me, is Rocky Raccoon. Because I'm Dan. I shoot rock. I kill Rocky Raccoon.
Okay.
I'm not saying I've killed a lot of raccoons, but I've definitely killed some.
In case you came into the stream late or got frustrated because we were late tonight, and super sorry again about that. Formerly Sheepish posted 2 playlists in the chat tonight. One's a Beatles playlist and one's a Beatles cover playlist. Scroll up through the chat. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Because after this, like, I know personally, the second we disconnect from you guys, there will be Beatles music playing in the house tonight. So
I said Stephanie's saying that I said there was a song that everyone knew, and she said she doesn't. What was that song that I said?
I don't know.
Was it the song that I said? A Day in the Life?
Day in the Life?
Day in the Life. You don't know that? It's the final track off of the greatest Beatles album of all time. Sgt. Pepper.
See, and I'm a White Album person.
Sgt. Pepper's a better album. It's the first concept album ever created.
Okay, so, all right. So, legit. Better album, Sgt. Pepper or the White Album? Feel free in the comments because
let me ask that correctly. Would you like to be right or wrong?
No. Would you like to just have your opinion heard? Voice your opinion because we don't judge.
I do. Totally, 100%.
I don't. I just 100%. I like to have conversations. Y'all know that.
I don't even want to do that. I barely. Eleanor Rigby from Margarita. Chris Harrison says she wants to be cheesy and a little help from her friends.
But it's such a good song.
It's a great song.
It's such a good song. One of the it's ironic because Margarita's here and Margarita and I were talking about burlesque and I don't necessarily miss stripping these days. I miss all of you. I miss hosting, and I think part of the reason I miss hosting is I miss singing. Like I miss getting up on stage and singing tunes. And I was lucky enough to be able to sing with a little help from my friends at the end of either the Beatles show or some acid trip show or the Woodstock show, and I miss it. I really do. But I miss it way more than getting naked, which is weird. And we can talk about that. Also, my DMs are always open, so hit me up. But it's a good song.
I hosted the Beatles show.
Yeah. Oh, you hosted the Beatles show.
Yeah,
so when did I? Oh, I sang it for Woodstock. I hosted the Woodstock show. Yeah. So I sang it for Woodstock.
They never played Woodstock. Oh,
no,
Joe
Cocker
played
Woodstock. Woodstock. Yeah.
That's right. I did. I edited the show with Let It Be, with everybody singing Let It Be on stage. That was cool.
One of the and it's funny because I contacted some of you because I still have an idea, but I had it when I was drunk and I didn't follow through. I was saying to Danny D last week, one of the best stage moments I've ever had in my life, and there's been a lot of good ones. Scarlett James, bless her, produced a late night rock and roll show probably, in 2012. And it was late night and whatever. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the night, the curtain call was Hey Jude. Mm-hmm. And everybody came out and arms around each other and we sang Hey Jude and the audience sang back. And to this day, I can tap into that energy because there's a certain unifier, I think, with the Beatles.
Stephanie's angry at me for killing raccoons. What she doesn't know is I killed them because they were plotting to kill her. So I feel that she's mad at me. That's
fine.
The song. I will accept that. But they were.
Go back and listen to the Beatles, sister friend.
Ruby Rose said, "Enjoy our dinner." I do judge, but again, I think
All right, so we're running late, and I don't want to necessarily keep you in case you budgeted a certain amount of time. So can we go overhead for 1 second?
We're going overhead for 1 second.
Into this pot. We've got orzo. Orzo is great. It's pasta rice, right? So if you're not gluten intolerant, orzo, I overcooked this for sure. Into the orzo, we're throwing in the spinach that we sauteed earlier tonight.
Saute spinach.
That
spinach sauteed.
Which, legit, is, again, one of my favorite easy, healthy things to do. I'm not giving this any oil yet, friends. Okay? Right. I'm just trying to separate some of these orzos because we were talking about songs and stuff.
They got a little stuck together.
They're stuck together. Now, Danny D, could you just give them an overhead view of what the pan looks like?
This is our feta.
We've got some good gold on the feta. We've got some good char on the basil.
And the roasty of the tomatoes.
Roasty tomatoes. We're going to go right in there. Whoopity whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right. On prend notre fucking bâtonnet. Sorry. Notre bâtonnet
There's a bit of a debate going on about Sgt. Pepper and the White Album.
Oh,
a lot of people are saying White Album. Steph says White Album. Misty says White Album. Misty says Sgt. Pepper is a great album, but the White Album has so many good songs. I agree. I agree with that. I'm not taking away. White Album's a great album. It's a phenomenal album. But I will also say that so many. There's nothing like. Without Sgt. Pepper, in my opinion, you don't have Moody Blues. You don't have Pink Floyd. You don't have The Wall. You don't have Dark Side of the Moon.
Okay, but that's not what I'm. Okay, I'm not looking at the.
But it's also an incredibly great album of what the story it tells, and I think because it told a story that was so personal to me, which is about a performer, or a show more than anything, and what that show meant to a bunch of people. I think it was a very, very personal.
I think that's fair. I think the White Album,
Better.
Stop.
I also do think it's better.
See, I'm so surprised, friends, and this might again. Cheese is always different, right? Mm-hmm. After 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, sorry.
Here.
Hold on, just go over.
I literally just.
After 40 minutes, this surprises me.
What?
Because it should be more liquid. This is very. Look at that. No. This So when we talk about commercial food versus non-commercial food, I bought this. This was in a container. I didn't go to a cheese shop. Look how long it takes for this to melt. Don't buy shitty cheese. Still tastes good, but it should be way more
different than the message you gave before, which is like, buy what you happy.
No, but like,
buy what makes you happy.
But like, it's gonna behave. Okay, so fine, buy what makes you happy, but know that it's gonna behave differently.
For sure. And you're gonna get a different reaction to this thing. But
the more commercial it is, the more you're gonna have to mess with it because it's not gonna melt properly. It's got freaking chemicals.
Or you're gonna get a different type of dish.
But
I think that's fair to say.
This looks like the Italian flag, which makes me happy.
Like the Beatles do.
Can you pass me a little?
Wrong button. I hit the wrong.
A little
button.
spoon.
Little spoon. There we go.
Thank you very much. We're gonna do a little tasty of this. It's really good, guys. Like, if you want to add a little bit more, I'm gonna put a little bit more red pepper flakes in here, just a tiny bit, just to like increase.
Just a little
bit of the flavor.
A little yum.
And if you taste it at this point and you say not salty enough, now you're allowed. I'm not the boss of you, but now you're allowed to put in salt. The reason I said don't salt it too much before is every feta is different. Some of them super salty, some of them not salty at all. So until you know, again, how, like, I hate to use the word behave, but I kind of love it. Until you know how your feta is going to behave, don't oversalt. Fuck all. Like, just wait. And then at the end, at this point, if you're like, oh, you know what? I thought that was going to be salty or it's not salty enough. Cool. Add some salt, add some spices. Now is a really good time to do that. If you wanted to, you could add a little bit of olive oil to this. I don't think it needs it because when we dumped the pan in, there was the olive oil that was in the tomatoes or whatever. Good. This is really, really tasty. And minus the feta cheese, which again is a goat cheese. It's not a dairy. It's not a cow milk cheese.
Not a dairy cow milk.
Well, it's got less fat in it. This is a really healthy dinner.
It's nice. The spinach, I like. What I like too is this is great because it's a veg dinner that I feel, I'm a healthy meat eater. You are as well. Mm-hmm. But this is one of those cases where it's like, it's got everything you'd ever want in it. Yeah. And because of the big predominance of cheese, you feel like you're really not missing anything.
But you know what? It's funny because when I opened the container, I was a little bit disappointed because had I gone to a cheese market, I would have bought more cheese. The container for this cheese made it seem like it was way more cheese. What I like about this, again, nowhere in the TikTok pasta that I've seen has anyone added spinach. Spinach is hugely healthy. It's dead easy to cook. Again, as if you're a vegetarian, it's a great source of iron and other stove stuff.
I'm gonna dish this up. You talk to them.
So just add some stuff, guys. Like, be adventurous. Even the stuff that you see on TikTok, like, oh, it's feta pasta. Okay, well, what could you do to make it either better for you?
Also, if you want to add meat, like this is the kind of thing where I would roast some lamb.
I don't eat lamb.
I know you don't eat lamb. Here, I'll give you that spoon.
Thanks.
And to me, it would be like some nice big chunks of roasted lamb underneath that would be so appropriate and so delicious.
And I see it differently. I think of a grilled chicken breast with a lot of lemon juice, olive oil, salt, pepper, like Greek style. Just a very simple roasted chicken, or with fish. This would go really well with some scallops. It would go really well as a side dish for a piece of fish.
Like some mai or
so
some flounder.
But it also is one of those things that I'm going to eat the food in a second. I'm talking to the people. It's one of those things that it took no time to make. You put this in the fridge, and for 3 to 5 days, that's going to last. So that could be a side dish for dinner. It could be a quick lunch. You want to grill some chicken and throw it in. Cool. You want to put some tuna. Like, I hate to say it, I love canned tuna to the point that it's almost embarrassing. But if this was cold and you wanted to take some like Rio Mare tuna with olive oil and just throw some on top, that's a pretty protein-rich lunch or dinner for one. And if you're one person, this lasts for
everything is gone today. Everything went screwing on me today. I don't know why this has decided to be so problematic.
But it's super easy, friends. Is Donata there? Donata, all of these ingredients are across the street from your house, even better than the ingredients that I bought because you've got Cavallaro. So do it, friends. And season it the way you want. Like, again, I didn't put a lot of proportions in the recipe tonight because it was kind of like you can make it small. You could make it for 8 people. You could make it so it lasts you for your entire meal prep for the week. You could, the Submarine, Blue Meanie.
For those who don't know, I forgot to ask why Chef Duy-an knew who this gentleman is. This guy right here. That is the ECW wrestler known as the Blue Meanie.
What is ECW? East Coast Wrestling?
No, Extreme Championship Wrestling.
Oh, see? I'm so stupid.
Well, originally it was Eastern Championship Wrestling, but then they became Extreme Championship Wrestling. We'll do a wrestling show one day. Maybe we should do a wrestling show. That'd be good.
Revolution number 9. How many people so Dan and I have, if you're tuning in for the first time or you don't know this, Dan and I are about 11 years difference in age. So culturally important things hit us at very different times in our developmental life, and we talk about this a lot. Revolution number 9 and Helter Skelter, for me, when I heard them at like 13, 14, these were like epic ideas.
No.
Knowing a little bit about the culture of, the 60s and the 70s and all sorts of
stuff. How they were at the time.
And for me, it was one of those things that because I was like 12 or 13, I was like, this shit is revolutionary, and especially coming out of like the I Want to Hold Your Hands and this and that and seeing where the Beatles went. Like,
I'm not sure. I don't get your point.
I often don't have one.
Well, but what did that have to do with our age difference?
Well, it just had to do with the fact that, like,
I don't see that.
Misty mentioned Revolution number 9, and I just remember thinking that when I heard it, because I was super young, this was like a mantra for life. It was like, it was probably 9 or 10 or 11 or something like that, where I was
heard about the same.
And again, when I fell in love with the Beatles, I was about 13, but I think
there was a period
these were rally cries that were different than the age group that I was growing up in, and I guess that's my point. There was a period in my
life where, and especially when I was about this age, I was playing music a lot. So there was a period in my life where all the music I bought was Beatles. I only bought Beatles music, and I wanted to analyze it and I wanted to study it because it was a band that spoke to me. And that's what I did, and I spent so much time. I think one of the very first albums I remember owning was Sgt. Pepper, and the amount of time I spent analyzing that album and what it meant and how it influenced.
But what it meant chord progression wise, or like lyrically?
No, everything. It's music. I mean, you can't isolate the two things.
Some people do though.
Well, but those people are fools, and they should be taken out and hung.
Bye.
But no, I think understanding music, understanding just how it worked, how this thing that came out of nowhere, and I think what's really fascinating is when you figure a week and a half after Sgt. Pepper came out, the other album that came out was Pet Sounds.
Yep.
One of the greatest albums, definitely the greatest albums the Beach Boys had
Beach Boys ever put out, yeah.
And and game changer for them.
I can't listen to it because it breaks me.
But it's an entirely different sound for the Beach Boys. Pet Sounds compared to everything else they had done.
It destroys me, that album, because of my dad.
But that has nothing to do with it. Like the idea of it was a unique concept for them. And what I love is there's a movie I'd watched about the Beach Boys. I can't remember what it was offhand. There was this whole thing of them sitting in the album in the studio while they're about to find out about Pet Sounds, and Sgt. Pepper comes out. Oh, maybe you know what it was? It was actually
it was Charlie Manson.
It was Monkeys. It was the Monkeys, who was the biggest band at the time, and they were. It was in the Daydream Believers movie, but same token, Pet Sounds came out around the same time. So here you have these bands that were like, oh, we're changing the world with our sound. And then Sgt. Pepper came out, and everyone went, we don't know what we're doing anymore. All right.
Who's listening to Pet Sounds tonight? Who's listening to the Beatles tonight? And if you're listening to the Beatles tonight, what album are you listening to?
And if you're listening to Pet Sounds, what's your pet?
Oh my God, Pet Sounds kill. Like, the Beatles for me is my mom. The Beach Boys is my dad. And since my dad died, I get very emotional. I've had to leave places when I hear the Beach Boys. Like, I've heard it at the grocery store and like literally parked my cart and left because I'm like, I can't just cry.
Yeah, but I find the songs that, and I've been with you, but the songs that you associate with are way before Pet Sounds.
No, I mean, my father used to, like, I grew up in a house where when my dad got mad at me, he used to literally say, oh, you had fun till Daddy took the
I know, that's what I'm saying. So, this is what I'm literally talking about.
I know.
It's the concept that Pet Sounds was none of that.
I understood, but...
So you're...
No, what you don't understand is that all of those previous things laid my foundational work for, like, I was technically schooled, raised by the Beach Boys. So when I finally got to Pet Sounds, it was like, and I knew my dad loved it. Anyway.
Let's move on.
Yep.
All right. It's time to get this done. We want to get this out of the way because it's a new thing we're doing every week because we have the Stir Crazy Kitchen now.
We do.
And we want to get the menu out every week. So for people who bought this week.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed your lovely schnitzels.
For those of you who didn't order schnitzel, I get it if you're vegetarian. If not, you're silly.
This week, our menu. Our soups are going to be tomato.
Can I explain this for a second?
No.
This week it's St. Patrick's Day. So I was trying to do some Irish heritage stuff. We're losing all of our
I know, this is what I'm trying to say.
All right, cool. So this week, the reason that the menu is so potato heavy is it's St. Patty's. So I am doing a tomato soup to cut through all the potato. I'm doing a cheese and beer soup. It's going to be delicious. I'm doing cottage pie, which some of you know is shepherd's pie, but shepherd's pie is made with lamb. I don't eat lamb. So you're getting a shepherd's pie with beef. I'm going to make boxty. El Diablo, what's a boxty? It's like a latke, but Irish. You can get one for $5 or 3 for $12.
Feels like a minimalist way to describe a box.
Well, it's delicious. It's got grated potato and mashed potato. It's a potato lover's wank off is what it is.
Yeah. Traditionally, the boxty has always been what I was told. It was the leftovers from Sunday dinner or Sunday tea.
But the only thing is, I don't know that I'm putting it with any meat. So this is a vegetarian option. It's boxty. If you like latke or you're like, I can't remember, I think it's spätzle in Polish. This is going to be the Irish version of that. As always, we have pierogies. You just need to contact me and we'll figure it out. And that's the deal.
Yes. Audrey is saying we missed something really funny by not having duy-an back for the final review.
Do we want him now?
Let's see if we can get back. I'm gonna try and see.
Audrey, can we get him
talk
now?
To them. You talk.
I just
to
want to
people.
see if Audrey is
Yeah,
listening.
that's gonna be a bit of time.
Let's just see if that's a thing. Guys, if you want food and you're on the island of Montreal, you can message me. Slide into my DMs, slide into our Stir Crazy DMs, me at Elle Diabloe, at Elle Diabloe at Instagram, or at Stir Crazy Show at Instagram. I can send you what the week's menu is. You can get on our quote-unquote non-mailing mailing list. And I've got Easter treats too. I'm going to post some tomorrow. Dun dun.
Don't just talk to them.
I'm talking to them, but when the Skype song happens in my ear, I can't help it. I just whoop whoop dun dun dun. See, I don't even need it in my ear. But yes, if you want food, get in touch.
We're gonna see if we can fix this.
If you've had food and you loved it, feel free to post about it. Thank you, Misty. Thank you, Audrey. Thank you, Donata, for being my marketing department. I love you so much. And guys, that's like, with the exception of Chef Dian.
Chef Dian was at a computer. He'd gone to bed.
Chef Dian is done right now. So,
sorry, but there's a screwy show tonight.
it was a screwy show.
We
but
lost that light. We lost batteries were going left and right. Computer was not happy tonight.
It's okay. Are you happy? I'm happy to spend the time with you. Our food is delicious.
Yes.
The cocktails you did an exceptional job.
I
with the
know.
Cocktails.
I'm always great though.
Stop saying you're always great. It
Okay.
really makes me
I'm
want to
always
punch you.
phenomenal.
Ugh. Maureen, talk to your son.
No. Nobody talk to me.
Next week, we've changed our theme because it's St. Patty's and I'm making all of this Irish food. We're doing pub grub.
Pub grub. All the food from the pub.
You can find me in the pub.